We are back after had a 1 week out, and we are back with Tier 2. Let's see how it goes. Next to me today around the Spanish Grand Prix, Spotify.
Yep, I'm here and I'm looking forward to it.
As I got reported already by the drivers, we have a full dry race, so there should be no rain incoming at any stage of this stream and the race for the drivers. Yeah, let's hope that this will be a good one. I mean, Spain, not particularly the easiest track, I would say, or Spotify?
No, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't found it the easiest to drive around Spain. Since the last time we did Spain, Sector 3 has been changed slightly. So it is possibly easier because you haven't got the really tight chicane at the very end of Sector 3, but yeah, it's a challenging track, and hopefully the drivers get it right today.
We are on board with Holman, who's starting us around the Barcelona-Catalonia Grand Prix circuit, which will get replaced in 2026 by the Madrid circuit, which will be a street circuit. I don't know if that is a good opinion or a good option from the F1 consecutive area, but yeah, I don't know. What do you
It'll be a
think?
shame. I think it'll be a shame to see this track disappear, because this track has been quite a staple of the calendar, so to say. Like, it's been here for a very long time, and everyone, the drivers, and everyone has kind of got used to it. So, and despite its challenges, it's a good circuit. Like, if you get it right, you're going to be fine. If you get it wrong, you're going to struggle. But ultimately, this is it's a pretty decent F1 track as far as F1 tracks go.
I mean, they just, what I don't understand is they just changed the track slightly so it has more overtaking opportunities, and then you just take it away from the changes and just go to a different circuit all over, and that is gonna be a street circuit. So yeah, really weird.
Yeah, not ideal.
As we're watching Holman's lap, quite some mistakes there, but it's a 15.1, which will get beaten by Bart Tsunami with a 11.5. So we all saw the mistakes from Holman there in his flying lap, and then we have Gamap with 11.4, just taking pole position for the time being. Toxic James now coming to the line in the Aston Martin, goes fourth with a 12.1, and now EMT's coming to the line, 11.8 for the Ferrari, who's in fourth.
Yeah, and also ASG done an 11.6, and now Shifora at 11.5. So these are pretty quick times, and obviously Holman was quite a bit off the pace there on that attempt.
And Wizzy Boy takes now fastest lap by 0.3 ahead of his teammates. So the Alpine and the Haas and the whoa, they're all in an order. Look at this. The Haas and the AlphaTauri all back to back next to each other. Now Steen ruins that party, going third for himself for the Alfa Romeo squad here.
That's still a really good time, though, I must admit. As Patrick's just come across the line and done a 15.4. Holman's improved to a 14.4, but that would have been compromised by not having much ERS left. So, yeah, those two need to go again, but I'm seeing some pretty impressive times.
Yeah, I have to say, Patrick there on the Inter tires, I think he was just checking out his setup and everything if it's working fine, as he is getting a 5-place grid penalty for collision with his teammate.
Oh, that's not great. Collision with Holman.
Don't know where that came from.
I didn't see either. The last time I checked, the two Williams weren't together.
I mean, if it's an unfair penalty and he reports it, then, or he just says it in the chat, we can restart before the race, I reckon.
Yes, because we don't. Yeah, we don't want drivers to have basically the wrong grid slot due to unfair penalties. Although, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm seeing Patrick on the intermediate tires.
Yeah.
What is he doing on the intermediate tires? It's dry.
He's testing his setup. That is what basically what everybody is doing in F1 esports as well. First out lap is normally where you test the setup.
Oh, okay.
I guess
Still,
yeah.
it's still strange he's doing it on the inters though. But that's just my opinion.
Gemma meanwhile is on a flying lap once again on the soft compound of tires. So he's pushing for a second fast lap here. He's gonna save one set of tires. So let's see then.
Good idea. Save a set of tires for the race, and then it means you can go on to soft if you so desire, rather than being forced onto the medium and hard completely.
He's 2.5 tenths up in the middle sector, so just finalizing the third sector in the next couple of seconds. Oh, he nearly spins the car and he has to give up that lap. Just about, and he is angry about that. That was so close to nearly spinning the car. Saved it, but that lost him the lap time there.
Yeah, that wasn't ideal at all. He's coming into the pits now, obviously. That set of soft tires wasn't used much though, so at least he might be able to do a third run and then use that set of softs that only done 2 laps and do that in the pits. So Schrober's saying, "Where's Vaxi?" He is not on the list. Good question. He is not on the list at all. Toxic James is on a lap, but he's not improving at the moment. And Gamer LP is now going on to another lap. The Bard Tsunami is going on to another lap, but I think...
Strawberry, he declined like 20 minutes before.
So he declined.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Although 20 minutes, that's a bit tight. You're supposed to check in 1 hour before the race.
Yeah,
So,
but and looking at Toxic James, he's improving by 2 tenths, going into 10th now, and into the 111s as well.
not bad at all. The Bard Tsunami is not that far behind either, but not improving and coming into the pits. Save the tires, come into the whoa, and that was almost a mistake while going into the pit.
Sorry guys, I'm just writing in the chat. 1 second. I'm back here. What is happening? We're on Jonesy's out lap. Gamer LP is on a fast lap, and he's 5 tenths ahead of his current best time of a 12.9. So he could be up for a really good lap here with the Alfa Romeo. His teammate is in 3rd, and he goes into 10th now as well. Really good lap time there from him. Good improvement up by the 2nd.
Yeah, and also back into the 111s because he was previously on a 12.6, I believe. So nice improvement.
Who else is then on a lap? We can look maybe at Jordy Boys in the 2nd sector now. Was 2 tenths behind, now is 2 tenths up, so he gained 4 tenths in this middle sector. So there's surely a little bit more to gain out of that time that he currently has, but I mean there's another run for him coming with 8 minutes left in this qualifying session.
Coming around the final corner, let's see what it's going to be.
It's going to be a 12.1 and 13th place for him, so 2 places up for the Red Bull. Let's see then EMT with, as well with improvement. Just no place improvement, sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think he did lose about a tenth or so, given that he was 4 tenths up after the 2nd sector, but was only 3 tenths up at the line. So more time to be gained, I reckon, by was it Yordi Boy? Yeah, Yordi Boy. More time to be gained, I reckon.
Yes, that is for sure. Who are we looking at? We are looking at Steve with 1.5 tenths improvement through the first 2 sectors. Coming to the line, is it going to be enough improvement? It's going to be P12, just 1 millisecond after Justin there. So really close for him.
That's close, yeah. You literally could not get much closer than that. Good job, though.
Tro was saying, Spotify, you should have reserved and showed these lots how it's done. Williams cooking. Yeah.
I was tempted to reserve. If there was no one else commentating and it was just been me, I'd have said, you know what, I'm going to reserve and I'm going to practice for Tier 3. But you'll see me do it on Tier 3 and hopefully I won't let you down.
Let's see that Alfredo is coming to the line as well as Patrick on his first flying lap on the real tires. I just noticed, or I just got the thing that the penalty for Patrick probably will stay or is staying because he did spin and that collected his teammate basically. So the 5 seconds, the 5 place grid penalty will stay, so we can stay in the lobby as well.
Fair enough. Alfredo did go up to P13, improved by about 2 tenths or so. So he gained quite a bit of time in that final sector.
They're all gaining a little bit of time. Homer now up into 18th. It's a 112.5, so slowest driver right now, Gideon, with the only one in the 113s left. But this is close. This is really close between each other. Bart Tsunami there with a mistake in the chicane bit of it, so that lap time, and he spins the car as well, so that will be his lap time not getting really handled well, so he's staying in that 4th position for the time being.
Yeah, those tires are cooked now because you don't want to go spinning on a hot lap. The best thing to do is to just and he goes again, and he's at the wall.
He's gonna go into the pit lane, hopefully.
You need to pit now and just get another set on and go for one final attempt, because there's 5 minutes 44 seconds left. So there's enough time for one more run by these guys.
Yeah.
I think Wizzy has just started his maybe final attempt. It's his 3rd attempt, but
Probably.
maybe final one.
The thing is, look at these times between P2 and P10. They are in between 2 tenths of each other, so there's a lot to gain if you improve on your times.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Just under 2 tenths separating 2nd from 10th is very close. And then at the back, you've got P16 and P11. That's also separated by 2 tenths. So again, there's a lot to be gained just by improving a small amount of time.
Wizzy Boy is going into the pit lane. He's not really happy about that lap time, I reckon. That's why he's out of it. So his teammate, Gamap, is still hunting down his teammate in 1st. He's 26 thousandths ahead in the 1st sector. So let's see what the 2nd sector time can bring to the Alpine driver. It's 2 tenths improvement, and it's getting closer to Wizzy Boy.
Yep. Oh, and welcome into the chat, Schrober. Looking out for stuff on track. On track retirements, yeah. All just the boring, mundane stuff that just has to be done. But looking at Gamma, he's coming across the line. What's it going to be? It's 111.1.
111.105, and that is just about getting P1 here by half a tenth. So nothing in between the 2 teammates. But I think nothing in between the grid as well. I think they have still a lot to improve, those cars in the top 10 especially.
Yeah, I was not expecting Gamma B to just take that P1 from Wizzy Boy, but if Wizzy Boy can find another 10th, he's going to be there. And again, over 3 tenths between Wizzy Boy and Stein. I'm not sure if any of the other ones are going to even be able to challenge these 2 Alpines.
We don't know yet. Jacko, meanwhile, redeemed native language, so I'm sorry, Spotify, but I'm gonna speak a little bit of German. Also, Jonesy gerade nicht wirklich schneller als die Zeit, die er davor gefahren ist. Ungefähr 3 Zehntel hier hinten dran in der Rundenzeit. Das wird jetzt nichts irgendwie Spezielles sein, und er fährt auch in die Boxengasse. Also das ist sein Rennen wahrscheinlich zu Ende. Ich glaube, er wird jetzt keine weitere Runde fahren können. Schifora gerade hinter ihm, sein Teammate, er fährt auch in die Boxengasse, also das wird auch keine Rundenzeit. Die schauen nicht so aus, als würden die hier nochmal rausfahren und irgendwas auf ihre Positionen machen können, bringen können. Justin hier auch 3 Sekunden schon im ersten Sektor hinter der Zeit von den anderen Fahrern. Also wir sind jetzt auf den Outlaps eher, schauen denen zu. Der Erste, der jetzt hier rausfährt und eine schnelle Runde fährt, ist EMT. Erste Kurve schon mal nicht richtig, und er fährt da auch direkt in das Kiesbett, und das wird auf jeden Fall keine Rundenzeit für ihn sein. Er muss jetzt hoffen, dass er überhaupt noch eine zweite Rundenzeit hier fahren kann. Why am I hearing the same word? Shaolin, are you Chinese now? No.
No.
No, I'm still German.
Yeah. I take it part of that was commenting on EMT, who just lost it in the first sector, and it was 2 tenths up, and then lost it in the chicane, and just spun around and like messed up his laps. So that's not good for EMT, and there's only 2 minutes left. So I think that's his qualifying over, unless he can recharge and go again.
I think he has enough time to recharge and go again. I think it will be enough, but the tires will be a little bit hot at the second attempt of his fast lap. But he's currently in 10th, so a little bit of improvement would be helping him a lot. Meanwhile, Shifora is in the pit lane, not doing another lap, as well as Gamer LP in 11th and Stevo. Those 3 persons in the pit lane, they won't do another fast lap, so they will be at those positions at best.
Yep, they're not going to have enough time to get out and do another lap, as you say. EMT is going for it. He's going for another lap now. Will he have enough ERS to complete the lap, though? Because he was only on about 70 or 80% before he started his attempt. So that might be a question mark, but you don't know.
11 for Justin here. Good improvement for the McLaren. I think Toxic James or HDL Trappy didn't really improve on their lap times. Meanwhile, Jack was saying, please call him EMOD. EMT sucks.
And EMT's just gone again. And now he won't have enough fuel. He won't have enough fuel or anything now, so he's just going to have to rejoin the track, go into the pits and just call it a day.
Alfredo, his
EMT
teammate,
won't be improving.
His teammate Alfredo is improving to 11th place with a 1:11.939. So looking good for him as well. Tsunami won't be doing a lap because he is off the track. Basically fumbled his attempt in a fast lap here.
Yep.
Who else is then there?
Stein is starting. Stein's probably going to be the last one. No, Wizzy Boy's going to be the last one. Wizzy Boy
ASG
made it over the line with 3 seconds left.
ASG ASG made it. ASG made it through the line as well still. Meanwhile, Jordy Boy improves to 11th place for the Red Bull team. EMT or EMOD is not going to improve on his lap time. We have Toxic James there in 15th. No improvement for him probably either as of right now.
No improvement for Justin. He's calling it as well.
Let's see, then Patrick is invalid as well. He's gonna throw the car into the wall out of frustration. So it's gonna be P14 for him only. Even if, let's see, then Jonesy's into the pit lane. Nothing improvement-wise for all of them. Toxic James is coming to the line. Is there improvement for the Aston Martin? It is, and it's a massive improvement. 5/10 brings him up from P16 or P15 all the way to P4. What a lap time from him. Let's see, then Phantom Minion into third, just beating out his teammate.
That was a lovely lap from Toxic James, not going to lie. Now there is 932 coming across. Oh, he's invalid.
Yep.
Oh, he's not going to be improving.
And the last one is Wizzy Boy, and he chucks the car into the wall at the last corner. So
yeah, he was invalid.
Is it qualifying over? Yes, it is. Because Holman and 18th going rather slowly. So this is the grid. And it's really close. Holy hell.
And ASG's retired. So yeah, that's it. And Patrick is going to be starting P15, which means EMT, Yordi, Justin, Alfredo, and Gamer LP are going to be promoted. Gideon's saying, why am I so bad at this game? P19, you know what? You're probably still going to be faster than me when I do it. Welcome in, Tom. And Gamer LP does have fresh, soft tyres, he's saying. So that might be a good bit of strategy just there. Use your tyres as you are able to, and like if you've got a new set of soft tyres available, that could give you an advantage that someone else might not.
I'm saying, by the way, the server's giving me a lot of notifications.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be. I don't know. I haven't looked at it. I have 2 pings, so should be still fine. So we see Gamap in first position ahead of his teammate Wizzy Boy. 3rd and 4th go to the Haas in 3rd and 4th, with Toxic James just behind in 5th. Steen in 6th, with Jonesy in 7th, Shifora 8th, with 9th to ASG. Patrick will start from P15 then, with EMT in 10th, Jory Boy in 11th, Justin 12th, 13 for Alfredo, 14 for Gamer LP, 15 for Patrick, then 16 Stevo, 17 Trappy, Holman in 18th, and Gideon in 19th. And I think we will see a Patrick who is trying to get a lot of positions today again.
Yeah, well, if Patrick is going to be improving, he's going to have to go from P15. So a lot of places may well need to be gained if he's looking at points or podium places. As Harry's saying, Shroby, you've never been in a big league. Welcome in, Harry. Welcome into the chat.
Okay, let's see then how the start will go. I mean, if there's a multiple car crash, then I instantly know what we are gonna do.
Let's keep things clean, people. Let's not have big pile-ups.
You can chill. We are on the race start. You have 33 laps, a lot of tire different strategies and everything. So hopefully it will be alright. It will be clean, since the last time for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
I mean, round 1 was so good, and it has fallen down a bit. Yeah.
Did you just say 33 laps of
Yeah.
plane?
33 laps.
That is quite a distance.
Let's see, then we have 3, 4, 5 lights in front of the drivers, and it is lights out and away we go. Let's see then who is getting the best start out of it. One of the Haas is going rather slow on that race start, and Toxic James is nearly already ahead of the Haas, pulling down to the inside, and he gets the position behind. It's a little bit of a squabble. There's a car ghosted already. Apart from that, there's a spinner in the midfield that is Steve-O spun around. But apart from that, I think EMT is spun around. But
yeah,
apart from it, doesn't look that bad.
He's lost 10 places. I was just saying, EMT's lost about 10 places. Steve-O's lost a lot.
Oh, and there's a collision between Phantom Minium and Steen in the midfield as well. But I think that was between those two. So they have to work their way up now. HDL Trappy, meanwhile, really good improvement from 17th on the grid. It's now up to 11th already.
And Gideon's up to 15th, and he was P19, so you never know what could happen in this race.
The field is really close at this stage still. As ASG makes it past Jonesy, makes it past the AlphaTauri into P6, and there's a lot of position changes in the midfield, and a yellow flag for it as well, between Patrick and Alfredo, I reckon?
I didn't quite see that one, but this has been a very chaotic first lap, and congrats to ASG, he's up to 5th.
Yeah, really good. But he's leading a lot of cars here in this midfield, and as well as Patrick and Alfredo. Patrick is getting the position, but Phantom Minium in the pit lane surely has damage, or else he wouldn't have tried to hit. Patrick make a beautiful move around the outside there of Alfredo, so he's up into 14th, but they are only 1.4 seconds behind the next car, so it's gonna be alright for them. They are not that far away. I think they all have no damage as well, so apart from Phantom Minium, I think.
A bit of update on Phantom Minium. He's doing the 2-stop. He's gone medium to medium, and he's had a new front wing, as you quite rightly suggested. So he did get damage.
Chaotic first stint at Steen and AMT here in the back, fighting it out for P16 only on the grid. They should be working together to get back into the groove, back into this pack of cars. I mean, if they do an undercut, they are back into this race, so all but not given up yet. Gamer LP against HDL Trappy. Trappy with the soft tires wanted to go down the inside, thinks better of it, and stays behind in 10th here.
Yeah, interesting strategies as well, I must say, because Shifora and Justin going side by side down the main straight. That was interesting. Shifora up into P7. The top 3 are on soft compound tyres. Then there's a mixture of mediums and soft. Only Gideon and Steve-O on the hard compound tyres.
Dennis is asking for pole time. It was a 1:11.1, the pole time here.
Yes,
so
that's correct.
1:11.105 or something like that.
Yes, and that was by Gamma B.
Yeah. Let's see then, HDL Trappy ahead of Gamer LP. Just a little bit of a nudge, but that is all fine and done. And the Aston Martin now up into 9th position for him.
Yeah, and Gabriel P is still very. Oh God, that was
Nearly spun the car there. Whoa, that was close to
very,
collision.
very wide going out of that corner. If I did see so. Yeah, Phantominium is 28 seconds behind. He's got a lot of catching up to do, but he did get damage.
I mean, one safety car and he's back in that groove, back in that pack. Meanwhile, Alfredo overtaking Gideon. As Gideon, I think, spun the car. He
He
has
did,
low damage,
and
but he's fine to drive again, but no damage for him, but it brings him down a lot of positions again.
he went from P15 to P18, I believe. As oh my goodness, Gamma B and Wizzy Boy now battling. I thought the two Alpines were supposed to work together, not try and battle each other. Because if you battle each other, Toxic James is going to catch up, as well as the Bard Tsunami.
Yeah, but Toxic James has a handful of Bard Tsunami right behind him that wants to get past on those mediums, so they need to still chill a little bit, and hopefully together they can catch up to this battling pack of Wizzy Boy and Gamma before the lead here. In the midfield, it's still really close from P5 downwards to P11. They're all in a DRS train, and then P12 with Patrick is rather closing up to this pack as well. Behind, there's some people with like 2 seconds behind. But they're all still in the hunt for points. I think Phantominium, if he has the luck on getting another safety car, he will be for the points as well.
Yeah, because you never know what will happen. Why do I say Gamma B and not
And not Gamap.
Gamab?
Yeah, that's what I was
I'm-
thinking myself as well. As Wizzy Boy goes for the move, and he's into P1 now with Bard Tsunami into P3, and another overtake right behind them with ASG losing a position, and there's someone retired on the track, and it's a safety
Green
car.
and it's a safety car. Yeah, we did say about if a safety car comes along, it's going to help Phantominium very helpful a lot, and that's exactly what's happened. The safety cars come out. Phantominium's gonna catch up to the pack. Of course, he does need to pit again because he done medium to medium.
Yeah.
But at least what that means is he's not going to be completely out of it. He'll be able to catch up, get right onto the back of that pack, and charge forward to hopefully gain places, possibly get points. You never know.
Yeah, but the championship leader is out of this race. Steen, who was leading the standings with 3 points ahead of Gamma, is out of the Grand Prix already with 5 laps in.
Oh,
That's
Steen was the championship leader.
Yeah, it screams like a switch in positions as Wizzy Boy hits the wall into the pit lane here.
Oh,
They're all going into the pit lane. Even Bard Tsunami from the mediums is going instantly into the pit lane.
I wouldn't be pitting on mediums, but I would on softs because I would be saying, how long is a set of soft tires going to last?
Oh, and they're double stacking. The Alpines are double stacking, and that lost Gamma surely 1 or 2 positions here. Maybe even more than that. Gonna come out behind Bard Tsunami. He's gonna be.
He is.
Yeah, he lost the position there to Bard Tsunami in the pit lane already. Holman is
Now,
staying out. Wizzy is just ahead of him.
This is interesting because Jonesy, Gamma, Gamer LP, Yordi Boy, and Holman staying out on medium tires. I would expect that, but Shafora staying out on soft.
Yeah, that could work as well.
I have no idea how long softs are supposed to last, but my opinion is, with a very heavy car at the start of the race, they won't last that long. I would have estimated 8 laps.
I would say around 12, 13, 14, something like that. They will make it, but this is like a really weird call from Shifura not getting the benefit of the safety car. Soft 15 laps max. Yeah. Art should be able to go to the end.
This must be a very low tire deg circuit then, because a lot of circuits I've seen where the soft tires have only been good for like 8 laps or less. So yeah, I would have probably came in to go onto the hards, which 28 laps on hards, definitely. 28 laps on mediums, as the Bard Tsunami, Gamab, and ASG has done, as well as Gideon. I'm not sure whether mediums will go 28 laps.
Yeah, I don't know either. The thing is, I think Steen crashed on itself as well. I didn't see any car next to him or close to him. But I didn't watch it quite naturally. But yeah, Bartolami, no, Holman is in the pit lane. Okay, he's in the pit lane from the medium compound of tires, pitting only now. But he's probably,
that'll put him right at the back of the grid. That will.
He's probably pitting to the hards and then try to drive to the end of the race here as well. Is he? He's going mediums again. Well, that's a weird call.
That's interesting. What was his previous set of tires?
Mediums.
Wait a minute, I need to just check something. He's done one stop and he's done medium to medium. Is he going to try and go as far as possible and then do soft at the end?
He's probably going to go to the softs in the end, yeah.
That would make sense. That would make sense to do medium to soft, because, like, he's got to come in again. If he was only going to do one stop, he would have come in right now and gone on to the hards, which will make it. As Dennis says, 15 might be optimistic.
The softs, yeah, but I mean, with the safety car now, 2 laps on the safety car, they should do 15. Steen has meanwhile left the session now. Yeah, really unfortunate. I don't know what happened, but maybe there will be an incident report coming on our way, or maybe it was his own fault.
Know.
But on the last corner, I don't know if in the last corner
He might. Safety car in this lap, by the way. The only thing I can think of was that he was a bit too hot going through that last corner, because I don't think you can take it flat out, and therefore he just lost the car on exit and went into the pit wall.
Meanwhile, Thomas Art is saying, "Nah, what the fuck is Food Channel doing? I saw something and someone put chocolate syrup on a Yorkshire pudding." I didn't have a Yorkshire pudding or anything, so I don't know what it is.
Chocolate syrup on Yorkshire puddings. Oh, that's strange. Gideon doing a 2-stop because he started on the hards. Yes, because mediums won't make the distance.
Let's see then. Jones is going slow through the last corner to give at least possibilities as possible, but he's going. And the pack is going behind him as well as Wizzy Boy's already on the hunt for Jordi Boy here on this DRS straight, as well as Shifora is going for the side-by-side against Jonesy. The 2 teammates are fighting into turn 1 against each other. They're not giving a lot of room each other, but I think they just made it through. They're still fighting in the background. They're all through as well, it seems, but there were a lot of position changes in the midfield because that wasn't the greatest restart. And Game LP goes for P2 now on the racetrack against Jonesy. That had not the greatest restart. A little bit of lag for me, but apart from
Wizzy
that,
Boy's coming through. Wizzy Boy, wow, what a move! And the safety car's out. The safety car's out. You know what?
What?
You know what? He did a very good move there because he was on 2-lap-old hards compared to the drivers around being on 7-lap-old mediums. He had the pace and he had the grip, and it's just like, go for it. But how did that safety car come out?
Patrick letting Trappy through again, so that is very fair. They both want to get basically each other through the whole time. Just drive, guys. It's gonna be fine. I think there was something in the back with Stevo again. And some other cars,
Steve-O.
Because he has no front wing left, so Stevo needs to pit once more.
That's not good, because Stevo was on the hard compound tyre.
Shifora is in the pit lane now, as well as Jonesy, the 2 teammates in the pit lane now again. They are gonna double stack it again.
Yeah, that's gonna cost him. Don't double stack, because if you've not got the gap, double stacking is just gonna screw one of you up. As Stevo comes into the pit.
Gonna be a double stack for the AlphaTauri, and it's gonna take nearly 4 seconds to Jonesy. So he got overtaken by Jordi Boy now as well because of it. And they're in the back of the grid as well.
Stevo having medium tyres. I don't know whether they'll last 24 laps.
Oh, he didn't change his front wing. I mean, I don't know why the pit crew didn't change his front wing there. He's gonna drive through it again, getting I think what he's doing, he's gonna pit again, hopefully with the safety car not being out, pit and change the front wing and change to the same set of hards that he was earlier on and drive to the end of the race. That would be, yeah,
that would
crazy.
work because that would work because he's done the tire change.
But he needs to
He's
chill
used
now.
two
He needs to actually chill, so because the safety car could go in if he's too close to the safety car line. So he needs to chill a little bit.
Although I do think the safety car stays out for 2 laps. I'm not sure whether this has already been 2 laps yet or not.
Nah, it's not. Safety car is staying out one more lap, and that means Stevo can pit to the old tires that he was before.
Well, at least he'll have a new front wing, and he'll be able to go to the very end. Lots of discussion in chat about the food that's been posted on the Discord. I don't often check the food channel. The only time I check the food channel is when I post some of my own food that I've had. So
Someone is going into the pits one more time. It's Jordy Boy once again. Is he doing the same strategy as Stevo, pitting to the hards again? I mean, they are so far in the back already, so they can switch to the bar. And here's Jordy Boy switching to the hard set again to drive to the end, and probably Stevo will do exactly the same, but changing his front wing.
That's a new set of hards.
Oh, Stevo's going mediums. And the mediums make 23 laps. I think they might actually do it from this point onwards.
23 laps on the mediums is doable. They're not going to be very happy after 23 laps.
Let's look at pit stops. Everybody has done their pit stop apart from Game LP in third. He's the only one that thought, nah mate, I'm not gonna stop.
Is he going to do medium soft? Because that's the only thing that would make sense now. If you want to do medium hard, you should pit under the safety car. If you're going to do a 2-stop, medium soft, again you should pit now. Get fresh mediums on. Welcome in, Steen.
Yeah, now you can tell us what happened there at lap 5 where you retired. Was it on your own or how did it happen?
Oh my god, mayo and cucumber on a pizza. That sounds that sounds unpleasant to the taste. Just gonna say.
Let's see then. Safety car's going in one more try on this race restart. Let's see then if it gets a little bit cleaner than last time out. Wizzy Boy is bunching up the field now. Oh shit, yeah, there's a race going on, isn't there? No, I don't think so. It's a safety car simulator once again. We have 23 laps on our hands still. Not even halfway through yet. Wizzy Boy is still bunching up the field, slowing down because the safety car not even in yet. So we need to wait a little bit more.
Yep, he's got to make sure the safety car gets enough pace, be out of the way, and then launch at the right time. Is he gone yet?
No, he's going now.
He has.
It wasn't the best either. It wasn't the best either. It's only 2 tenths. And ASG is right on the cusp against Bartsunami. Side by side, they go already into turn 1. Who's going to come out ahead? I think Bartsunami with the inside line is going to get it. And ASG basically braked a little bit earlier. So there isn't happening anything between them. But Bartsunami goes around the outside of Game LP. Makes it past there.
Nice move. I think Game LP's in a bit of trouble. He's on 10 lap old mediums. Not good. And now ASG sweeps past.
Oh, and Toxic James as well. What a move from Toxic James there around the inside of the next corner to make the overtake. I think he has the higher top speed now at the stage. Better traction out of the corner. EMT and Justin having a little bit of a tussle there in the midfield as well. His teammate Alfredo nearly hitting the back of him, and Gideon gets tapped by Holman.
Oh dear, poor Gideon. Yeah, he was spun around by Holman. That's not going to be very good, as now HDL Trappy is looking to go around the outside of Game LP.
Oh, what a
that
move.
becomes the inside, and what a lovely move.
Lovely from him against Game LP, who's falling down into the clutches of the cars that pitted already.
Yep, he's going to drop down, and then when he comes into the pits, he's going to drop down even further. The other pit is under the safety car. Patrick is getting the overspeed. Not even with DRS, because DRS does not come into place for 2 laps. Is he going to dive?
Patrick!
He spun him!
Oh, and they're all spinning each other because Patrick is going for a drastic move again on someone.
That was looking to be a dive and a half, and it
car
just
wasn't
didn't
alongside.
work out.
The car wasn't alongside, and Patrick just tried to still stick with it. It didn't work out,
Yeah.
basically. And that means...
That's two things I've seen within 2 laps that could end up in the steward's room.
The midfield is really close together. Geordie Boy on the hunt, Jifora on the hunt. Justin is losing position against Geordie Boy now as well in that midfield battle. But there was an end plate flying, so someone must have lost an end plate here in this midfield battle. I don't know who it is, so maybe it is Justin.
I can only assume maybe someone like Patrick or whoever was involved in that collision.
Oh, what a move! And then, oh my god, the two teammates collide! Jonesy and Shifora mix with each other, and that is already time penalty for EMT. Everything is kicking down now. EMT is in the pit lane.
In the pit. Justin in the pit.
Patrick with the time penalty.
Oh.
I got the
EMT's lost an end plate. EMT has lost an end plate.
Gamer P's in 15th as well, but he didn't hit yet. But he
I think
was
Justin
the one.
might have as well. Not sure, but yeah, EMT definitely. EMT definitely a big loser there as Jonesy gets past Stevo for P13.
But this basically all kicked off because Patrick didn't want to just leave the space. Patrick masterclass, he's back at it. Cleanest overtake from Patrick. Probably still gonna say it wasn't his fault. Oh my god, you guys are roasting him.
And Schrober saying, yep, this is the tier 2 we know and love.
Let's see, the midfield battle is still going on. Patrick, Geordie Boy just ahead of Holman and Shifora, who are on new tires. And the top 2 have made a little bit of a gap once again. Bart Tsunami 1.6 seconds out of it, and the top 6 are separated by a lot. 4 seconds already to P7 here. That is Alfredo.
That's quite a gap, but there's also 1.8 to Yorty Boy as well. And then Yorty Boy is the head of a DRS train, and Shifora looking to make a move on Holman.
Holman is just getting the position. Really good on the braking. Just still stays ahead. And there's a collision between Patrick and Phantom Mini once again. I don't know what Patrick is doing or what he thinks he can do, but he's not alongside. Probably wasn't again alongside.
Oh
He's
dear,
again.
Patrick. What are you up to now? Oh no. I can definitely see Patrick being in the steward's room after this one.
Don't really understand it. I mean, we didn't see it. Maybe it was Phantominium's fault, but I wouldn't say. I don't know. This is not too great for the championship.
Wizzy Boy and Gamab are now battling quite hard now for the lead. They were about 2 tenths to the lead, but now they've dropped back to 6 tenths. But still, no team orders between the 2 Alpines. They're gunning for it.
And as Holman has gone wide, Shifora was able to take the position, and Wizzy Boy is back into the lead. Let's see then, ASG's just making P3 for the time being, and HDL Trappy is making it past Toxic James here as well.
So about three good overtakes going down that straight. Obviously with DRS, which helps as well. And Patrick is now coming into the pits. Is that for a wing change?
Yeah, he's gonna retire.
He's retired.
I mean,
is that half distance?
I don't think so. It's half distance.
I think it is. It's not half distance, so that's gonna be 2 PPs going right there as Gideon gets a 3-second penalty for track limits.
I mean, I have to say,
Racing confirming.
I have to say, I think without. Oh, there's someone spinning. It's Geordie Boy, and I think nobody was close to him, so he spun it on his own at the end of the middle of the second sector out of turn. Is it 9, 8? I don't really know. Phantominium is right behind him now.
Yeah, there we go.
Most Blackpool Drill SoundCloud rapper name I've ever heard. Holman with a 3-second time penalty now, as well as Gamep goes down the inside once again, overtakes. His teammate is still in P1 again.
These 2 Alpines are being very clever, and they're being very clean with each other, which is what we want to see. Because who remembers real life racing in 2016, where the 2 Mercedes took
Oh,
each other
what
out
a-
going into turn 4.
HG Trappy with a really good traction out of that corner. Can he get past ASG here around the outside? He can, and what a move that is.
Yeah, that was nice at HDL and ASG. As I think Gamer LP's trying to make progress on Yordi Boy as well.
Yeah, SG4 really wants to try and overtake that Ferrari that is leaning right in front of him with 1/10 ahead. Wants to get past Alfredo. He's getting DRS now at this stage. He makes it past surely before the corner comes up. Alfredo, is he fighting it? Not really. Can't really defend anywhere.
Isn't Alfredo a tier 3 driver?
No.
Am I,
He was.
He was tier 3.
Wizzy Boy,
Sorry, I
again,
was getting confused.
they're drafting. They're not really fighting. They're working together to get away from this four-way fight for P3 right now. They are already 4 seconds ahead. It was 1.7, and they're getting the whole time this DRS.
Yeah, you know what? They're working really well together. I didn't think they were gonna, but this strategy between the two Alpines is just working really well, and maybe then it might give them enough time to just have a 2-lap battle at the end
Yeah.
to see who's worthy of that P1 and P2. But yeah, good racing. Although I can't help but notice what Schrober's saying in the chat. Potentially looking at 10 PPs if things go bad for him. That's Patrick, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I know the driving style from Phantom Minion, and I wouldn't guess that he's trying to go for a ridiculous move. That's what I'm thinking of myself.
If it is 10 PP, that's a race ban. That's not good.
See, then the fight for P3 is still going on, and Wizzy Boy able to stay ahead of Gamma on this DRS straight because he's just so much further ahead in this time as HDL Trappy is going down the inside of Batsunami. Batsunami defending for his life and still is ahead.
Yeah, not able to do a dive bomb just there or anything like that, although that is going to make HDL Trappy a little bit vulnerable to ASG, who's also in that mix, and Toxic James is there as well. This is lovely close racing, not going to lie.
Meanwhile, Jonesy, the second AlphaTauri, after their slight contact there, the two AlphaTauris, is able to just be behind his teammate now, was able to overtake Alfredo.
Please say penalty points. Okay, fair enough. Everyone knows what PPs is anyway. Sorry, Schrober. Sorry, Schrober.
Let's see, then we're going to some different battle. EMT against Gideon. EMT, really not the nicest of times he had in this tier, I have to say. Is trying to overtake the Red Bull now of Gideon. Is he getting the place before the corner comes up? He's going alongside. Yes, that inside line. Gideon has to give up the place. EMT gets passed into P15 as Gideon nearly spins the car. Save the car, save the car. Oh, God. He saved it. But he lost a lot of time there.
Oh, that was the yellow flag in sector 2 then, Gideon, I guess.
Yep.
And ASG not able to make any progress still. I'm still watching this lovely P3, 4, 5, 6 battle, and no positions swapped at the moment. Although Stevo has just made a nice pass on Holman, and that's for P10. So Stevo was right at the back at one point. So to get up to P10, he's doing rather well.
Say the time is getting really fast here. Already on lap 19, Spotify. We're already in the last 10 laps nearly.
Yeah, this race is going very quickly. Very quickly indeed. It's good though because we're seeing some nice action.
I wanted to punch a fly. I punched my monitor and there was a little bit of fucking fuss came off of it. Fucking hell.
Oops.
Well, I need to clean my room again. That's what it means. Fucking fly responded to me, I guess. Let's see then. Is there any overtaking? There's a lot of weaving going on from Batsunami as he's trying to defend against HDL Trappy, who's going down the outside this time, and he's getting past Batsunami into 4th. Is there a move maybe from ASG against the Haas? I think there's not. Just settling in still.
the Haas is flashing as well, so he's clearly out of ERS, but that could prove well to ASG's advantage.
ASG with a switchback isn't gonna happen. Out around the outside of turn 5. Bartolami is cutting him off, maybe.
I'm not sure.
Not really. It's still side by side. ASG with the better traction of those two cars, and he's getting the position back into P4. What a lovely move there from ASG.
Lovely. That was. I thought there was going to be a move coming up at some point.
Yellow
But that
flags.
was really nice.
That is Holman.
Oh, that's Holman's made a mistake in turn 4.
He made some sort of excursion here. Is now down in 14th with the 6 second of time penalties. Out of the points after this, but still Game LP needs to pit. And I mean, it's still 13 more laps to go. Wizzy boys, Gamma is in the pit lane.
Gamma pitting.
There's someone else going to pit lane.
Bartolami. There's 12 laps left to go. Could there be soft compound? Yes, for Gamma. And what about Bartolami?
Thing is, will they catch up? Will they catch up so much time here? That's what I'm thinking myself. Like,
hard tyres for Bartolami.
hard
For 12 laps.
Okay.
If you're going on hard, I'd have come in earlier.
Gonna be out in P11, I think. Oh, P10, just about P10, yeah. Let's see then. Now Wizzy Boys in lead by 7 seconds, just saying.
I wonder if this is going to trigger another round of pit stop. I mean, Gamer LP has to pit, so he's probably going to pit and come on soft tyres.
There's a yellow flag.
Gideon?
Gideon spinning the car once more. Still in P17. But it's a really unfortunate race for the Red Bull. He's continuing, but 10 seconds behind the rest, as well as Justin 14 seconds behind.
He's only about 10 or 15 seconds away from being lapped by Wizzy now.
Django is saying Jonesy's first race, right? In this league, I think he had some races before, yeah. This is
ASG now
this
pitting,
season, yes.
Gideon getting a... Yeah, ASG pitting, Gideon getting a penalty. Yeah, that's not going to help.
Bartolami made it past Stevo meanwhile as well. HG in the pit lane, changing to soft
compound tyres.
Will he be ahead of Bartolami? That's the question. Bartolami just coming out of the last corner. ASG is tumbling down the order. Probably he's pushing now out of the
It's going to be
pit lane.
close.
It's going to be close. They're going to be side by side. Who's going to get the position? ASG's braking too late. ASG was braking way too late.
Yep,
It's losing him the place.
Yep, ASG had to give up to Bartolami, but those soft tyres are going to be quick for the first 8 laps or so. They're probably going to die off in the last 4 laps or so. I wouldn't know whether the soft is going to be quicker or not at the very end.
And now it's a battle of new against old tires. It's Scamap against Wizzy Boy in a distance battle here so far, but he's on the soft Scamap and Wizzy Boy is on those hards. Gideon retired from the session in the pit lane. Fair enough, you did half the race distance, 22 of 33 laps. It was an unfortunate race.
Yep, and Holman on hard tyres. Yeah, Gideon was just about to get lapped, so not ideal at all. So
Scamap gets now Jonesy ahead, and he's into P5 with the fastest lap. Jonesy now down in P6, but he will be still happy about this. Let's see then Bartolami against ASG. ASG with those soft compound of tires pushes his way past the Haas into P8 now. But they should be working hopefully together. There's a car coming out of pit lane that is Gideon's car. I hope he gets ghosted there. I don't think so.
That was.
He's on the side. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, that was Gideon's AI coming out the pits. So ASG has got 3.7 seconds to gain in order to get to Alfredo. That time is coming down very rapidly, and Alfredo is on 17 lap old hards. It's only going to be a matter of time before Alfredo loses that place. Then Jonesy's going to lose that place. These people on 14 to 18 lap old hards at the front.
With a little bit of a drift show, might I say?
Yep. They're going to have to watch out.
Caution sector to EMT, who lost his front wing. Emmet. on his own, so he needs to get into the pit lane. Probably gonna retire there as well as Game LP picks up 3 seconds of time penalties. But yeah, miserable race once again for EMAT or EMT. And this damage didn't really help as well.
I'm pretty sure I also saw the two Aston Martins
They switched
swap places as well. And now Yordi Boy is ahead of Stevo.
Yes, he is. So Toxic James now in P2 hunting down Wizzy Boy. But 9.8 seconds, I think Wizzy Boy has this in the back. So far, if he doesn't spin the car, I mean, always possibilities to spin the car. I think EMT is just driving out onto softs to maybe try to get someone off the fastest lap, as we have a battle between us, between Bart, Tsunami, Alfredo and ASG. ASG in the corner, already nearly past the Ferrari. Ferrari now on the inside, ASG on the outside. Are they getting the position? I think ASG is just getting the position. A little bit of contact between Bart, Tsunami and Alfredo. Bart, Tsunami makes it past as well. Alfredo down in P9, losing both positions in that corner.
That was sooner than I expected. I knew that move was going to happen, but I didn't know it was going to happen that quickly. And the Bard Tsunami is, as you say, getting through the pack as well. He's getting through more slowly because he's on hards versus softs for ASG, but still, maybe advantage later on. But
meanwhile,
it's not
Gamap
going
was
to be
able.
long before they catch up.
Did you see Gamap overtake Shifora as well? I think you did, huh? Did you talk about it?
Not sure, but I know he's got past.
We have Phantom Minium now in the pit lane. He's basically giving up tracked position to Game LP here. So Game LP right now in the last points paying positions, with Justin Holman, EMT right behind. Justin is in the pit lane now as well from the mediums. Is he going to softs as well to try to take the fastest lap off of someone? We don't know yet.
Yeah, this is about when I would expect people to be in the pits with soft compound tyres. Yep, soft compound tyres going on for Justin. There's going to be quite a few scrap for these drivers at the back. Although, a lot of these drivers at the back are now getting lapped by the leaders. So,
yeah. Thomas has redeemed favorite driver and said, whichever you drive you want.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Gives us freedom to pick a... Bard Tsunami has got past ASG. That surprised me. The softs dropping off already?
Lovely,
Or was that
lovely,
just a mistake?
lovely camera from me, by the way. Ah, that was a lovely camera shot of Bart Tsunami overtaking ASG there. They're in 7th and 8th. They're still hunting down the 2 Alpha Tauris, basically, and the 2 Aston Martins. They have still a long way to go to the Aston Martins, and they don't have that many laps left.
Yeah, there's only 7 laps, including the one they're on now. And going back to the battle with the 2 leaders, because Wizzy Boy and Gamma on different strategies, obviously. Gamma is 15 seconds behind Wizzy Boy. So obviously Wizzy Boy now has to stay out, because otherwise he'd lose the position. Do you think Gamma is going to be able to catch up 15 seconds to Wizzy Boy
Never.
within the next 6 lap?
Never. He can be happy if he gets past those 2 Aston Martins, because he's 3 seconds behind them, and he's not gaining a lot of time on them from what I've seen so far. 2.7 now, 6. Okay, I might have talked bullshit here, but I mean he will be probably happy about a P2 here if he's able to fight those two Aston Martins from 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, definitely. Those 2 Aston Martins are still very close together, but obviously they're just going to try and pull each other along and stay in that P2 and P3 place and make it harder for Gamma to catch up. I'm surprised about Stevo. He's still on medium tyres, 17 laps.
He's going to drive to the end.
Add another 6 on, that's going to be 23 laps. I would not want to see what percentage wear those tyres are on.
I mean, we saw already from the tier 2, tier 3 races, what a tyre whisperer he is. So he's like the Checo Perez. Yeah, here, so I think it's gonna be alright. Let's see, then HDL Trappy is now ahead of Toxic James once again. They are trading positions, but they're only 1.8 seconds left ahead of Gamap. So next lap, I think he will be ahead. Gamap will be ahead of them, or in the DRS at least. As
Well, we're seeing action at the end.
Going down, Jonesy, and Jonesy losing 2 positions in one straight. HG and Bartanami on the charge, and they're making it past the AlphaTauri here.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. First of all, you had the Bard Tsunami with past Jonesy, and then to rub salt in the wound, ASD got past as well. So these two that pitted are on a charge at the moment and now have 2.3 seconds to go, and then they'll catch the other AlphaTauri of Shafora, and then another 4 seconds after that, and they'll catch Gamab.
Yeah, Tom, the old chicane was the bad layout. That's why I said in the start of the stream, I really like this change to it, and I don't understand why we're going to Madrid in 2026. That's what I basically said. Don't
Yeah,
really get it.
I would. You know what? I would hope that this stays on the calendar as well as Madrid, but I doubt
No,
that.
it's not gonna happen. Toxic James getting past HDL Trappy again, but Gamap is in the DRS now of those 2 drivers ahead. So there will be a last 4 laps fight between the 2 Aston Martins and the charging Alpine in the softs. Meanwhile, HG makes it past Bartanami as well into turn 1. The McLaren with the re-overtake on the Haas. They're having a really heavy battle here. Bartanami is trying to get the overtake, is pushed on the outside. Is there gonna be a switchback from Bartanami like ASG did as well? ASG is blocking the way as Gamap made it already past HDL Trappy.
That doesn't surprise me. HDL Trappy on 23 lap old hards. Those hard tyres at the end of the race are not going to be very happy. With 4 more laps on their 27 laps, they are going to be screaming out to be changed. That's not good at all. As ASD went a little bit wide there coming out of turn 9.
Oh, Bartanami with a dive bomb. He gets it past. Is there going to be a switchback from ASG? He's losing the car. He has to give up the position. Jonesy right behind him as well. He's still fighting for the points, Jonesy, here. For those 2 positions, basically.
Yeah, definitely. It's good that he's keeping there with the tyres that he's got. And obviously, with ASG making a mistake, that's not good, as Gamab has overtaken Toxic James. And it's still 1-2 for the Alpines.
Yep.
However, the gap is now 13 seconds between them.
3 more laps to go. ASG, Jonesy and Bartanami still fighting for P6 on the road. Really close between all 3 of them. As well as Toxic James holding on 2 tenths behind Gamma, but I think that will be a lot more in the next upcoming corners. Hello, Mr. Sidearm from Reflex.
Oh, hi Reflex, welcome in. And welcome in Esteban.
Esteban says, Está muy reñido. I have no clue what that means. Sorry, my guy.
I do not understand what that language is either, unfortunately. The only language I understand is English.
As we can see, Jonesy on the back of ASG, who's a little bit struggling now to stay behind Bartanami. 6 tenths behind him. That doesn't look that bad, that good for the straight coming up. EMT makes it past Holman into turn 1. I just saw it in the...
You know what, I think... You know what I said earlier on about the soft tyres, whether they'll last? I think we're at that crossover point whereby the softs, because they've been on that car for 8 or 9 laps, those softs are going to lose grip, and that means that the soft tyres are just not going to fare well compared to the hard tyres, even though the hard tyres are much, much older. The only thing keeping them there is DRS.
She wasn't happy to get the wasn't able to get the position. I'm here to inform you that I haven't been a part of GFL for nearly a year, and I still have access to the Twitter. Just thought it was funny. You can... I don't... Should I change the password or what? Esteban is saying, "Grr." I think he's angry.
Yep, Esteban being angry and Tom saying I'm back. Welcome back, Tom.
Reflect, should I change the password or is it... I will log out, don't worry.
Log out, don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you haven't wrote anything, so... but it was kind of funny. I mean, you can get back into part of GFL, but you don't want to, so...
If you want to join GFL, even just as like a GFL supporter, you're more than welcome to.
Nice car impressions. We're saying to Esteban, nice car impression. We have 2 more laps to go. It's a yellow flag in sector 1. That's a Ferrari. That's EMT once again, man. Can't catch a break, the Ferrari of EMT. Let's see then ASG 3/10 behind Bartanami. Bartanami already taking the defensive line. Is ASG gonna go for a move? He's not. He's gonna stay behind. But that leaves Jonesy right behind them as well as ASG loses the car. It loses the car. It loses the positions. And that was on his own. That wasn't a fault of any of the drivers. He has 1.4 seconds to catch up to Jonesy. He probably will be able to get that, but...
Are you sure about that? His soft tyres are going to be absolutely cooked now, especially the mistake that he made. Not good at all. I think the Bauer Tsunami's just done enough to stay ahead. And the Bauer Tsunami is now flashing and out of ERS, so he won't be able to attack or defend with ERS anymore. So we'll just see what happens.
Yeah, Tin, it was a really good save. Snatchy is saying a comfortable lead for Wizzy. Well played. I mean, going 1 stop less makes it rather easy for Wizzy Boy to win. With that 2 stop of Gamma, EMT just retired 2 laps to the end. I mean, those 2 laps you could have driven, but it's fine. No worries there.
Yeah, and for everyone interested, it is now the final lap of the race.
Yeah, we're on the final lap. Let's see then, Jonesy is still hunting down Bartanami, but he's 4/10 behind. It's not gonna be anything. He can't make it past here, and I think on the remaining lap, that's not gonna be easier as well to get a position here.
Yeah, you see the newness of those hard tyres is now just completely gone. So therefore, there's not going to be much difference at all between them now in terms of pace.
Harry's asking, how is Wizzy so far ahead? He is so far ahead because he was only doing a 1-stop. Apart from like Gamma, who was doing a 2-stop. He was able to catch up some seconds of his pit stop, but just not enough to get a position going for it.
And here we go. The last 2 corners through turn 13, through turn 14, over the line.
Oh, he's got to slow down. And it's a win for Wizzy Boy.
It's a Wizzy Boy win! Bravo! And now Gamma is going around the final corner as well.
To finish in a 1-2 for the Alpine guys.
Even with that slowdown, the gap being 12 seconds, Toxic James comes across the line in P3.
Take P3, Therapy in P4 with Shift4 and P5. Bartanami will finish in P6, but only just Shift4's time penalty nearly kicked him out there.
Yeah, that's really close. 700ths!
HG will finish in P8. Rather annoyed probably that he didn't get those 2 positions, but it's fine. It's still points. Alfredo will finish in a strong P9 for himself. Jordi Boy in P10, also good points for him. Stevo in P11, and Phantominium will take the last points, even though he got nearly killed by Patrick. And Gamer MP.
Yep, good job Phantominium getting the last available point, and Gamer LP has just come across the line. Unfortunately, Gamer LP didn't get a point. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that, everyone. That was a nice race.
That was really nice to watch. There wasn't that many bad moves, you know, like the last couple of weeks where I was on the brink of getting an ambulance for myself. So that was really nice.
Yeah, that was just way better than the last 2. Are there gonna be any interviews, says Tom?
Yeah, there will be. I hope so. If they are all joining us for the interviews, let's see them.
Hopefully,
the final
results. Gamma and Toxic James.
Let's see the final results. Wizzy Boy will finish in P2 with Gamma in P3, Toxic James in P4, and HDL Trappy with a really good race from 17th up to P4. Really good strategy. Shift4 in P5, Bartanami in P6, Jones in P7, where he started, ASG P8, Alfredo P9, 10 for Jordi Boy, 11 for Stevo, Phantominium in 12th, GameLP 13th, with Holman 14th, Justin in 15th, and then we have retirements of EMT in the pit lane, Gideon in the pit lane, Patrick in the pit lane, and Steen the only one that really DNF'd out of this race.
Yep. Good news is we only had 4 Team DNF members. No, 3 Team DNF members. So good race from everyone. And there's and there's a lot of exceeded track limits warnings and a lot of collision warnings as well. So there must have been a few slight collisions that we weren't aware of. Is it normal for me to go on F122 for F2 cars? If you want to do that, by all means do so. I still have F122 in my library.
Yeah, we have already two of the out of the three people in here, so we're gonna start with the interviews. And I'm on the right card already with the Aston Martin. James, talk us through your race. Amazing how you did make it through to P3.
Hi, yeah, mate. Honestly, I couldn't be happier. I think after being kind of not really robbed, but in France, had a bad strategy call. I think it's been very. It was nice to finally have a podium, and I feel near the end of stages, I didn't think I was going to have that podium because my teammate was a lot faster than me, and I just thought because I went down to P6 after the safety car, and then my hards were really slippery. I've had no time trial practice, so I just kind of ran off the DRS a lot, and then when Gamma came in with a soft, he kind of pushed my teammate back a bit. So then I kind of had a good gap between the end over the line with 80% hards. I just decided, me and Wizzy just decided first safety car, go hards, make it to the end, and yeah, that's basically how it happened. It was just really slippery the whole race, but it's fine. Got P3, so I'll take it. Really, it's brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant race from both of you Aston Martins, to be fair. So also trapping your
Yeah,
teammate, your stand-in teammate was doing a really well job to work together and secure those good points for the team.
definitely.
How do you feel about the next race? It's gonna be Abu Dhabi. Do you think it's the same? It's mostly the same track layout, I would say. A little bit
Yeah,
more straight line, but do you feel confident for the next round?
definitely. I've done decent in Abu Dhabi before. Not in this league, but obviously I don't know how it's going to be. But I'm feeling pretty confident with Abu Dhabi. Um, I don't think I'm better at Abu Dhabi than this, but if I can secure a good few points, like at least P6, P5, even maybe higher, I'll be happy.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Anything more to add from your side, or is it are you just happy
Uh,
and
yeah, I'm just really happy because obviously in Saudi Arabia I thought I got a P3, but then penalties and then all that got brought it back down again. But then, France, I was really gutted after do the wrong strategy in the rain. But yeah, I'm just happy after a few weeks I've finally got a decent position.
yeah, that's great to hear. Hope to see you on the podium and in the next times. But yeah, congratulations and really good race from you.
Thank you, mate.
And then we're gonna talk with Wizzy Boy, Alpine. Wizzy,
Hello.
from start to finish, you would say a win, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really bothered about the win because I think the move that I made on whatever lap, lap 6, whatever, where I overtook 2 cars at once, I think that was better than my win, in my opinion. That was insane.
You mean on the safety car restart? Oh, we actually saw that because I
Yeah,
was looking at the cars in front of you, and all of a sudden you were there, and then getting both of those positions was amazing to watch.
yeah, they were scrapping a bit hard and they just forced each other by. I was like, I'm not waiting up for these guys. So I just went for it.
Yeah, that is great to hear. Something else to add? I mean, your teammate did go onto softs in the end. Was this a thinking you could do the same, or were you like, I'm gonna just finish it with the hards?
Well, he would have gone on hards but he thought thought there was going to be another safety car. But I wouldn't have boxed anyways because the softs drop off rapidly towards the end of the race. Like talk about 30% in the 4 laps, 5 laps. So I was like, I just stick it out with the hards because I feel good on them, and I
Mm-hmm.
kept on my pace. And I, I think I was pulling away from the two Aston Martins. I don't know, but yeah, it was a bit of a boring race to be honest, but got the win, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Anything more to say, more to add about maybe the next round? Are you looking forward to Abu Dhabi?
I've only done one league race on Abu Dhabi, and that was back in F122. So I would say I'm a bit buggered, but there is always the practice to that as well that I need to do. I don't really normally practice for league races, but I might need to practice a bit for Abu Dhabi.
Okay, great to hear. But yeah, congratulations to taking the win today. Amazing driving from you.
Thanks.
And with that, we're gonna end the stream. Anything more to add, Spotify? You have something to say?
Well, I don't know really. That was just a really nice race to commentate on, and all I'll say is I am so thankful that we didn't have huge carnage and chaos like in previous tier 2 races. So that was kind of good. Lots of battles throughout the pack. A couple of safety cars. Yeah, this was a good race. I'm saying it. This is a good race for everyone involved, and now I'm thinking, what's tier 3 going to be like? Because there's only 2 days to go until the tier 3 race,
Yeah.
and then after tier 3 immediately is tier 1 and the very next day. So yeah, we've got some nice things to look forward to, I reckon.
I have to say that was a really nice race to watch as well. I mean, there's always those iffy situations, but it was from my side a really good clean race with a lot of overtakes especially as well. Even though the field was a little bit drawn out after the second safety car, but yeah, it was really fun to watch, and yeah, really enjoyed that one.
Definitely, that was nice. So yeah, all I will say is hope to see you on. I won't be commentating on the next one because that's Monday and I'll be racing.
Yeah.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, you'll see me along with someone else on Tuesday. Don't know who, but yeah, look forward to commentating with you again.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We will see us on Monday when Tier 3 hits the Barcelona Catalunya circuit, and hopefully we will see the same clean racing that we did today. Thanks everybody, and see you on Monday. Have a good time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.